Ghost lights, corner spot, steam rising from the paper plate. You said, kid, keep your mouth shut, you'll eat good, just show up late. Black car by the hydrant, cigar smoke in the summer rain. Everybody kissing on your pinky ring, like it could wash away their shame. I grew up under Crazy Joe, learn what to hide, learn what to show. Prayers in the bar, bag deals in the snow. That's the way America made me go. American made under Crazy Joe.
We go Mob Candy Magazine show, season 2. We're rocking and rolling. We got multiple sponsors, right?
We got parties coming up. Let's talk about the cologne for a minute.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got Capo coming out. That's going to be out within the next 6 weeks. Yeah.
6 weeks? You were keeping that a secret.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
How long is Liza going to take with this cologne?
Well, we got about 6 weeks out. And we have Diamond Dolls, which will be coming out, which is going to be,
perfume, right?
A perfume that's going to be connected with Capo. It's the girl, it's the boy. Yeah. It's a beautiful mafia romance.
Any pretty models for the
actually,
I just want to know if there's pretty models.
Well, we're going to look for them.
I'm trying to get
We're working on that.
We're working on that. We want to get somebody who's going to be the face of Capo and the face of a Diamond Doll.
It's like a brand ambassador.
And a brand ambassador. Yeah. They'll come to the parties. They'll come to parties with us. They'll be in the magazine.
Yes.
So
and let's talk about the magazine too.
Yeah, we have CherryPointProductions.com. Send a picture.
That's right. New production.
New production company.
Cherry Point Productions.
And we're all producing our own stuff now.
That's right.
And we're all creating.
If anybody's really like to be models or brand ambassador, you should send a photo in to Liza.
Cherry Point, or my name alone, it's LizaGalasso@gmail.com. It's LizaGalasso@gmail. And we're looking for, and you will be the face, a male and a female. And there's going to be a contest, so we're going to pick out some girls. You come to parties, and you will be the face of Diamond Doll, and you will be the face of Capo.
Absolutely. Eventually, we're going to do a calendar. We got the magazine coming out.
Yeah.
The next issue of the magazine.
If you think you got what it takes, send it over.
Yeah. Launch parties. Yes. Liza and Frankie will be the final judge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you should put the look of the box up so they know what they look like.
The website's being created as we speak.
Not everybody's beautiful, man. But if I go send my pictures, it ain't gonna work.
I'll have the producer put it up in the production.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah.
I'll send them a picture. We'll show them real quick what the picture.
It's gonna be beautiful. We have a lot of things happening at Mob Candy.
And we're working on a magazine right now.
And we're working on the magazine.
We're just working on a cover. We can't figure cover out. The guts are almost there. We're waiting for some ads or some events and stuff like that. Like our sponsors finish up putting it in there, but we're almost ready to go.
We're not 100% sure what we're going to put on the cover.
We don't know yet.
We have a lot of visualizations in terms of
it could be me.
What to do. We just don't know if it deserves to be on the cover.
It could be me and me.
Yeah, it should just be you.
Frankie, and Frankie.
It could be 3 pictures of me. Or it could be collage of me, just like older, younger pictures, stuff like that. We start with my baby picture in the middle.
Yeah. I like it.
It's so funny. It just reminded me. My father had a baby picture of himself, and he said, when you look at that picture, he goes, you have no idea what a motherfucker I was going to turn into.
No.
That's what my father said. When
I got a picture of me like this in Columbia Street. My uncle, Patty Natoli, took my, I think it's a communion picture. Or confirmation picture, I don't know what it is.
And you were praying?
And I got my hands like this.
Yeah, like all innocent.
What a fucking joke that was.
I'm going to put that on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my father always said.
I got fedora on, blue jacket, and I'm like this. What a joke.
Yeah.
And then the other picture we got, you were standing over a dead, chopped up body.
Yeah, well, that was the fun part of everything.
Yeah, well, that's what's so funny, because looking at, because I'm scrolling all day, and then you've done episode, I don't remember what episode it was just you and Frankie, I couldn't make it. And you're like, did you ever kill somebody? And Frankie goes, no. And I go, duh. What? He's like, yeah, I killed 8 people.
I figured he
what
slip
the
up.
fuck are you talking about? How can you ask him a question?
I never killed nobody. I never stole anything. I never cheated on my wife. and I always pay my taxes. What are you supposed to say?
Right. How do you ask a question like that?
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
looking at it like, duh.
Like the Ten Commandments. I was like,
You think people say this this line all the time? So I want to throw it your way. Do you think blood is thicker than water? People say blood is thicker than water. Do you think your blood relative is thicker than people that could be friends?
not
or
all the
just-
way, not all the time.
Yeah.
You know, not all the time.
I think sometimes your
I think
friends could
it's
end up
that's
being your family.
Really varies a lot, man. You know, nah. I think your immediate family is a blood family. Then after that, it trickles down. They can fuck you faster than anybody else, man. So
Yeah.
I don't say that. Yeah. You could have a friend that jump in front. I had a friend jump in front of a knife. I have no family member jump in front of a knife. So I tell that story.
I would.
You would. Well, next beef I get into a guy good knife. Make sure you jump
Stick
in
me
front
in
of
there.
him.
I mean, really, if you think about it, technically it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, you lived your entire life in the life and doing what you do, and and Ricky really wasn't.
No,
blood.
he was my stepfather. Yes,
So-
adopted me when I was young.
But I would say that he was tighter than
But don't
blood-
forget, that's all I
than a
knew.
blood relative.
Right.
You don't know, you know. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
So
Well, so-
now we're smart and all this other bullshit. But growing up, he was your father. I didn't know no different. You know what I mean? So, and talking about blood in the water, that guy died for you. So it's a really tricky blood thicker than water bullshit.
Yeah. Did you ever have somebody die for you in an actual like a battle or a war?
No,
or stuff
but
going on?
a guy got stabbed, got hurt, thank God no one died, but he jumped in front of me, because they saw something I didn't pick up on.
Really?
I had a guy named Marty Sanchez in a bar on Court Street called whatever they're called. Anyway, he was in a bar drinking. I was running the place at the time, Court Terrace, and these three gigantic mooks come in from St. Francis College. They were football players. We wanted to get into an argument. I'm standing in the bar, and I wound up telling this, he's enormous. I told him, you can go fuck yourself, you know what I mean? And I didn't notice that the guy behind me had a knife.
Oh my God.
So what happened was, Marty's in front of me. He caught it because I was so busy yelling at it, and he caught it. As the guy went to stab me, Marty jumped in front of it.
Wow.
Got caught in the
Did he get stabbed?
Yeah.
Oh,
Took
wow.
him to the hospital. So people do things that no blood,
So
but
people that have blood can
they're just
can
good
fuck
guys,
you.
or they like you, or they just good guys. So
There could be people that aren't blood related that,
And
that,
that do-
are more
that-
loyal to
yeah,
you than,
that's 100%,
than other people.
100%.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
It's true.
Yeah.
And those
And
guys,
From
and
someone
those three
who's been
guys
burned
got
before.
took out in an ambulance. You know that. You know they were taken out in an ambulance.
The football players.
Yeah, three guys. Ambulance, St. Francis College. Hate to say that, St. Francis College, but you got to get some tougher football players because three skinny kids beat them up. And the cops came and they were yelling, they beat us up, and they wanted to have us arrested. And the cops, swear to God, cops said, they came into place, you want to have them arrested? I said, no, I don't want anybody arrested. They said to these three guys while they were on the stretcher, if they want to arrest you, you have to arrest you. You want to, we going to arrest you too? They said, yeah. Oh, no, we don't want to press charges. So they were cunts when they came in,
Yeah.
and they went out,
They were
rolled out as
afraid,
pussies.
afraid they get arrested.
Yeah.
How about
But-
like when it comes to
I,
forgiveness?
thought it became good football players. They probably a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, never made it anywhere.
You know who you are. Court Terrace, 1974.
How old are they now?
Well, they
If
were older
they're still
than us
alive.
then.
Yeah. So.
That's true.
We were 16. That'd be 18, 20.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
probably dead.
Yeah, they might be.
I
they might
was just
not be
thinking
around.
that.
Hope they're dead.
Oh my God.
Bunch of jerk-offs
What,
anyway.
what about forgiveness? Are you more likely to
No.
forgive someone who's blood
No,
related
no,
than,
I
than
hold
a friend?
grudges.
He did say, he said, me and Chrissy are grudgies.
We grudges,
We
right?
hold
We all
grudges.
grudges. We
Oh,
grudges.
grudges.
I never thought about a word like that.
Grudges?
A grudgy.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're grudgy.
Yeah, grudges. Don't say you don't deal with somebody or don't like that, but somebody fucks me, I never forget it. Never forget it.
I
You gotta
will say this,
You gotta be a
Chris.
fool to forget it.
You are my brother that I want to throw
Throw
down
down
a flight of
stairs.
stairs.
I know. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that's exactly. I love him, but I could definitely see one of us going down a flight of
I
stairs.
know what it is. Reason is too because in the business chat,
Me and him go at it.
she must be drive. I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're like talk to texting. There's always a word wrong, and if you read it like reading it on a piece of paper. It doesn't even make sense. I go, Chrissy, is this English? And she's
No.
like, it's Liza. She's probably talk to texting. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Why do you keep using talk to text if you know that it fucks up the language? Like, I want to, what I'm
No,
going to do is
honestly,
make a
no.
collage.
No, you should,
Of
and
all
put
the
it on.
things that it's like, you know, sometimes it means the exact opposite of what you're trying to say.
Do you
And I'm
wanna know
like,
why?
But I do understand it.
No, I'll tell you why. Because this little wizard is behind the scenes on a computer, like the weird Kermit the Frog thing, picking bottles, doing this, texting, talking about pictures. I just talk, I put it down, and I try to move on to the next thing.
Right.
Then when I reread it, I go, "What was that?"
You can get a lot more done. I get it, but I again, like you
Don't
said,
forget, Chris is used to me. Yes. No. Nice.
It's true.
Okay.
It is true.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's
it.
true.
That's how we get my direction for the last.
I'll send
20
Frankie
Do it.
this whole text, and I'm like rattling off. I'm
Yeah.
like, Frank, you're not gonna believe what happened. Blah, blah, blah. He went,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. As long as you don't hit me, I'm okay.
Maybe you'll be one of those guys the next year at the charity.
No, I doubt it.
Have a whole new show.
I doubt it. We're probably we're probably gonna just constantly just bust each other's chops. I'm gonna call it out every time.
I
and
notice.
on purpose. I'm gonna be like, yeah, what does that mean? But I won't go as stupid as like the misspellings. I'm not a spelling Nazi. I don't care about that. But when it's a completely different meaning, I'm like, okay. But truthfully, I'll admit. I understand what you're talking about. When I read it, I'm like, all right, I know
know
what
you
she
do.
meant.
I
Doesn't
know
matter,
you
but I
do.
gotta get. And one day you probably will throw me down the stairs. And I
No,
feel the same way.
I-
You're like a sister.
Yeah.
That I never had. That I still want to pick on all the time.
Yeah, I still want to pick on you. I had something set up for today, but I didn't do it right. But
I
I'll,
do
I'll
have a
get
sister,
you.
but I never picked on her.
Oh yeah, you'll see.
And
It's
don't-
coming
don't
your
let's
way,
not
buddy.
forget
She
that
picks on me.
Liza's half a comedian.
Half.
The other half is
I'm the other half.
The other half is a podcast
I'm the half. I'm the other half.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and a producer,
That's right.
Yeah.
executive producer. You know?
And don't forget Chris's background in that mob game.
Yeah.
That's right.
You made a video. That's amazing.
I did.
Yeah.
And I made
Why
a
don't you
video
bring that
game.
back to life?
You know what's funny? I always think about it. I mean, I almost feel like at this point, if I did bring it back, it would have to be Mob Candy. You know, it doesn't matter what the name is, but if I
Right.
brought it back, but it again, this was back in the day when playing those like browser games on the computer. Like they had this game, like I think was very simple. Called Pimp Wars or something like that, and it would just be like a list of items that you
What
would
the
buy.
fuck are you playing?
The game had some kind of like changing algorithm. Like every couple minutes, the price of an item would go up, down a couple cents, down a couple cents, and you kind of had to pay attention to it. And it's typical, drug dealing concept where it's like you had to buy all of these drugs at a low cost, and then when you saw that it was higher, you just sold all of it, and then you got you
This
got
is a
power.
game that your children play.
You got power based on it. Well,
Did you have to give a fresh one to the ladies once in a while? Keep them in check.
Every now and then. No, but I looked at this and I was like, these text spaces are getting so popular. And I was like, what if it was just a little bit more extensive? I came from like a Dungeons and Dragons type of background where my friends played Dungeons and Dragons. And it was very detailed. You had a character sheet with like 50 different characteristics. Your strength was this, your intelligence was this, and like stuff like that. And then you had a dice roll determine whether you would hit the guy or not hit the guy. And if you didn't hit the guy, you had another dice roll of what the damage was and whether you died or not, and so forth. And I was like, well, what if we took that and integrated it with a browser game, and it made it mafia related because I've always been a fan of that type of lifestyle. So I said, okay, we're gonna have a very simple character sheet. You're gonna be a mobster. You get to pick your profile, and you had like 3 or 4 different characteristics, which was like accuracy to see if you could shoot straight, strength if you could beat the guy up, and then there was one more, maybe intelligence based on whether you can rob somebody or not. And you had those 3 options: you could beat someone, shoot somebody, and rob somebody. And when you robbed them, they got like a little notification like,
So
"Hey,
basically, Frankie in the 70s.
Frankie just robbed you. Are you going to get away with it? Let him get away with it.
Yeah.
Click this button and go rob him back." And
Good luck.
Everybody had a health that was 100, and when it got to 0, they died. And when they died, they had to start over, no
So
matter
happened?
what.
So, and basically, why?
I built it up. It went crazy. I was young. I wasn't a business guy. I had no idea. I basically, all the money that came in, and this game must have made, I think, $200,000 over I don't know, let's say 4 or 5 year period when I was doing it alone, and all I did was have a debit card and then like just no job.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I didn't have to work because I had mafia life, so money would come in, and that was my job. My job, because don't forget, my phone at the time had the administrative emails. So I was customer service.
Right.
So everybody that said, "Hey, I just clicked the button to rob a bank," it said I won $10,000, but they didn't put the $10,000 in my account.
Yeah.
I had to contact the programmer. I had to communicate and say, "Hey, so and so." I had to do this
You were
all
everything.
day long.
Right.
I was doing it all day long. So I was like, fuck it. I just used it. So, but after a while, you know, when it was time to reinvest to make it look better, because there were other companies that started doing the same thing. There was a company called Zynga that partnered with Facebook, and,
Oh,
they
wow.
made Mafia Wars.
That's it. You got
And they looked better. They partnered. Somehow they had a deal with like a 7-Eleven, where 7-Eleven had like 5 different cups that you had to collect, and they were all Mafia Wars cups.
They just
And
Yeah,
I
they
was like,
outshined
I redo it. I had no money in the bank.
Right.
So I had to sell the game to the programmers to make a game on Facebook, and it was never even close. I said, listen,
Does they still do that now, or it's pretty
listen,
much dead?
I'm close. No, the game eventually did not self-sustain.
Right.
So we just shut it down. I mean, it's a computer game, so you just shut
Yeah,
the
that's it.
server off. You
Yeah.
stop paying the bills.
Right.
But I have a deal with with my partners that if I ever wanted to redo it, you know, I just would have to involve them somehow.
So if you get some investors now, so once you get,
If I got
do a
investors-
shout out for investors for
Yeah,
Mob
Yeah.
Candy
listen,
game.
anyone wants
Yeah.
to invest in the Mob Candy game where you know can go up
You
the
kill
family
people,
tree.
you can rob people, you get
Whack
points
the
from
Don.
it. You become a don, you
Yeah.
become a capo, you come into
It was good. You can kind of like
Yeah.
be in the mafia, but like
Yeah.
you know, and you know, here's the thing.
Stay home with your family.
A lot of people, like some of the guys, some of the companies made the game like, you know, like a console game where, and it was all these graphics, and they thought that was a better thing. But when you kept it really simple, like almost like a Facebook, you know, all you had was a page with your information, and you click the button. It kind of becomes addicting because it's like, oh, this guy just beat me. I'm not going to let him. And I like
Right.
a lot of email notifications that just pop up and say someone beat you, and it's like something a little more casual. You don't have to get all your. You could go to work, come home, log on, and see the list of the people that tried to beat you, their damage, and you could retaliate. And it was fun. And you know,
So
the next time
tell
around,
them-
it's going to be.
Tell them to get some investors
Yeah.
and bring it back to life.
And we'll make
Yeah.
a mobile app.
Yeah.
We'll make a
Yeah.
mobile app, and you could start, you know, beating the shit out of each other on
Yeah,
mobile.
you can
Mob
rob,
Candy.
steal, shoot, kill.
Yeah.
And you get points for it, man.
Yeah, no.
Who's
I-
better than you?
I've always,
You can't get in
I've
trouble.
always wanted
Yeah.
to do it. I figured I told my wife like when I retire,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
have
there's
the
no better time than now.
you know.
Yeah.
But if we get investors, then I don't have to wait till we retire.
Yeah.
I think the time is now anyway, because I think that this stuff has been.
Can we put a GoFundMe up?
Yeah, we probably could.
You know what? You probably could
Put
put
a GoFundMe up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Go fund.
I
Go
get
fund the
5%
mafia.
I get 5%.
You know shit. I knew that was coming.
Okay.
So you know
So
the wise guys that you grew up with, or just even like the, you know, I guess you can relate it to the comedians that you grew up with, or
Well, I grew up with
friends.
wise guys too.
Yeah, wise. There you go. And you know, some of the street kids I grew up with. But,
You'd be amazed
but in
at people
general,
that I know.
human nature. Do you think that people change? Do you believe that people who are bad, or mean, or destructive, that have this type of mentality, like can change?
Yes. I did, well, certain things. If you're no good, you're no good. If you're a killer, you're a killer.
Okay.
But certainly, but there's a lot of things in the world.
So
that
you think
do
someone who grew
stupid-
up, who wants to, who in deep down inside in their heart wants to try a way to kill people and get away with it, they're
Yeah.
never going to change.
No. Yeah, 100%. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
They're just waiting.
They're just trying to figure out how to get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you say that about all extreme type of personalities? For example, like if you say like a child molester, do you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
a child molester can change?
No, I don't think so.
No, you got to shut
No,
that down.
You gotta shut it down. You're
Yeah.
right. No, I don't think so.
Do you think prison can change you?
No.
Sure can.
I don't know. I don't think it changes.
Oh,
It it don't reform you.
No.
It's a punishment, not a
Yeah.
not a reform. No, not at all.
You don't think there's a high percentage of people that do their
They
time
don't make it.
come
Child
out-
molesters don't make it in prison.
Oh
so.
well, no, child.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we're
That's what I
focusing on
meant.
child,
His
but
life is going to
if
change
it's
instantly.
Child, if it's
yeah.
child molestation, it's
yeah,
crazy.
that dunzo.
But if we go back to just let's say a criminal mind, You know, in terms of like
No, a
doing bad.
manipulator is always going to be a manipulator.
Jail don't do nothing except make more connections and give you time to think.
Yeah.
Jail's not a to rehab.
You don't think jail's a rehab?
Not at all.
Let me tell you something. Some of the wise guys I seen go into jail come out looking better than before they went in.
Well, they have
They-
nothing to do with workout.
Right. All they do is
And they
work
come
out.
out
They
with-
read, educated.
They come out with more connections.
Yeah.
They get smarter in there. But you're a thief. You're a thief. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no exception to rule. I mean, but
You don't
what's
think-
going on? Read the do it. Who do we know coming out of jail that's
If
doing
we-
the right thing? They're all after us back in the street, doing what they did
Right.
before.
So if in terms of if we're just going with percentages, you think that the higher percentage of people that go to jail come back out and do the
Yes.
same crime, or
Yes.
at least
My opinion.
just get better at what they did?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
what about like what
Or
about
a complete life change.
what-
I will
what-
say
what-
this.
what
I know
about
one
therapy?
guy. I know one guy that got taken down. I'm not going to say who it is, and he just changed his life totally. And he just has a restaurant now. He has a pizzeria, and just
Well, that's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you believe it is possible?
That's
It's
possible,
rare.
but it's not the
Yeah.
majority.
yeah, it's not the majority. I would say if 20 people go in, maybe one person will change.
Yeah, maybe one.
Yeah.
Or who finds God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's, I mean, a lot of little things here, you know. But majority
all
come
of
back
the-
out the street.
Podcasters, all the people that snitched and turned coded and stuff like that, and then that came out and they all found God.
I think so.
You
Yeah.
notice there's a lot of them that found God.
Yeah, I think
You
so.
know, they're all getting.
Well, you know, Michael, which is a
baptized
friend of
and-
mine, Michael Francese, he said that well before he got a podcast business that he found Christ. So that's nothing new to show.
Well, a lot of them
You know what I
find
mean?
Christ in jail, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he did. I mean, he woke up, and I mean, somebody can wake up. But don't forget, Michael was not a bad guy, a killer,
Right,
a
right.
kidnapper, a baby digger. He was a fucking businessman in that world that made a ton of money.
I had a
And
friend,
it's a
Alan
different guy.
Gunner. His name was. He was a Detroit wise guy.
Yeah.
He basically found God as well,
Did he?
and he stayed. He stayed it's like. Like at first you're thinking like, all right, yeah, you found God. It's like, all right, get it. The gimmick's up. You've been out X amount of years.
Right,
You're fine.
something's
now.
happened.
You can admit that you could do, some, but they stayed. They stayed the course.
Good
But
for
my
him.
problem is that you got to find God before I go shoot somebody in the head tomorrow night. Not after I shoot him and I'm going to sit in jail for the rest of my life. You
Right.
gotta find God the day before.
Right.
But again, that goes back to the whole concept behind like what we talked about last show, which was basically a lot of people don't find that they don't learn their lesson. They don't realize how fucked up what they did hurt people, and they don't look to change. Like I mean, at some point, I feel like change is like within, and you have to want to change.
have to want it.
And if you don't want to change, and what else is going to make you want to change except sit in jail?
But they
and
didn't care to
wallow-
begin with.
And then
If you
wallow
listen
in-
to me, if I'm gonna go in a room and I have a pistol on me and I'm gonna shoot that person in the head, you have to be a complete moron to not think it's a trickle down effect that somebody's son, that's a grand uncle, you know what you're doing, and then you're gonna shoot him
And
and be
today
like,
you know your consequences, too.
yeah,
You
there's
can't-
ring cameras, you're gonna get
You
caught.
know the consequences, but do you know? I mean, I feel like both of you are losing the humanity of it.
There's no humanity in that world. There's no humanity. When someone tells you, hey, go kill that guy because he took $32 out of a scare, you got to go kill that guy. What humanity? You don't question, you don't do it. It's a body.
But if
You
I'm
did
sitting
something
in
wrong.
jail
Then you
and
find,
I'm reflecting,
well, we go, yeah, I wanna
you might
too.
reflect about first thing you're reflecting is like, oh man, I can't believe we got caught with this shit. I'm stuck in
Right.
it. I'm stuck in
Right.
it. Right. But eventually you could
Yeah.
possibly thinking about, wow, there were other people. All right, same thing with a divorce, a breakup, a bad breakup.
Right.
I loved you for 20 years, and we had a bad breakup. We split up, and now I'm alone. I have time to wallow about
Yeah.
what maybe maybe she was right about certain things.
Yeah, but that
maybe
don't
she
count.
maybe but,
Thank you,
Don't count.
Frankie.
What do you mean by that?
Because the Monday morning comeback. It's just like being a Monday morning quarterback. He should have done this. You should have. It's
Right.
done already.
Right.
Now I can sit there the rest of my life holding my peck and saying, "Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that." But it don't work that way.
Right.
So, but even
People
if-
do it. I'm
I
not saying
can
people don't do
I
it,
understand
but it
people,
means shit.
I could see if people were faking it.
You
And
gotta
you
find
turned
God
around and you said it means
before.
shit.
Right.
You don't find God
What
after
if
you
they
do this
really
thing.
genuinely
Find God
found?
afterwards?
All right, so let's move from the God thing.
Okay.
What if they genuinely found remorse that they never had at one point, and they were like, "Wow, I didn't see how it was affecting so many things. I hate this, and then start feeling guilty, and all of those feelings were ashamed and want to change and want to come out and do better things and be better than people, or better yet,
Name me one.
same thing with the marriage. But listen,
Name me one guy that didn't get caught and that did 9 different things, 12
Frankie's
different
right.
things.
You're supposed to do it
I don't know
beforehand.
enough wise guys to be able to say a person's name, but you know, like if I pulled my
Frank,
therapist
listen,
here,
Must
she
be
could tell
somebody
you.
there
I'll
that
dumb
rejected
it down.
I mean, if you're talking to my therapist, she could tell you
Chris,
all the people that come
Chris,
to
hold
her
up. No, no,
and
no.
how in the beginning
Chris.
they weren't sorry, but then they became someone who was sorry.
Chris, let me dumb it down. You cheat on your wife.
They weren't real gangsters. then.
Okay. You know the you don't have to kill anybody. You don't have to
Well,
worry
my wife
about
is
God.
killing me. But go ahead, in that
Okay.
example.
You cheat, not just whatever. You decide to go outside your marriage.
Okay.
When you're with that other person, you know if this one talks to that one, you're in big trouble. Now, they find out. So now you're sitting home by yourself as a single guy and go, "Oh, I really shouldn't have done that." You shouldn't have.
fucked up.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
I feel bad. I should have
Well,
never
I'm not
been
saying
with.
that. I'm not saying the woman has to take. You know, I don't like. To be honest with you, I don't like to use myself in this
Okay,
example.
so I go
but
outside
don't
and I
think that-
cheat on my boyfriend.
I don't think the person is required to take you back or forgive you, but it doesn't mean that you aren't truly sorry. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but you should
Wait,
have been
truly
sorry.
because you got caught? You got in trouble? What are
Right.
you truly sorry for? Or for fucking her? What are
Right.
you truly sorry for?
Right.
I think
Explain
that
that to me. What
people
did you
do
do?
bad
Did it wrong?
things. Again, yes,
Or
we
got caught?
we could
You
bring
got
it-
caught.
Got caught.
That's the problem, because you weren't sorry when you were doing
I'm
it.
sorry if they do something wrong. Everybody's sorry if they do something
Yeah,
wrong. Unless
'cause
you're
you
a
got
fucking
caught.
psychomaniac Bundy killer. Everyone's that way because now
Okay.
it's on
Now
you.
it's like, golly gee, what did I
But
do wrong?
it's-
Yeah.
I want to touch up on this, is I think it's important because
Before is when you find if you sitting around and you're a gangster and you told to go do something bad and you don't do it
Right.
because you have morals or you don't think it's right and you back away.
Right.
Then you were right.
Right.
You don't do it, get caught, and then cry.
Right.
Why?
Because
I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm saying that there are some people that do something bad.
Yeah.
And,
And of course they
encompass
feel-
all- and then later on they're like, fuck, I didn't realize how it was going to affect it. Or better yet, I knew I was doing something wrong.
Right.
But I didn't realize how many people would be affected.
I don't
I didn't
know about
realize
like
how disgusting, something like that.
I don't know no people like that.
And then what I'm trying to say is that the next life that they have, whether they have a good life, whether it's them coming out of jail, when they're given a second chance or a third chance, whatever chance it is, when they're given that next chance, are like, I'm not doing that again.
It's possible, but I don't see those numbers. I don't see nobody I know that way. I see all the bad guys who are bad guys do bad things. When they went to jail, they came out, did bad things like that. I didn't see nobody come and become a priest. I don't know anybody in the last 60 years that became a priest or
It's very extreme
or
to become
or
a priest.
gas,
but
or gas station
Like,
attendant,
attendant, working at
or
Home
working
Depot.
or working.
No.
It's in their blood if they're in. I mean,
But listen,
you can go there and cry.
I've made, back to myself, I've made mistakes in my marriage. And, when I was making those mistakes, I wasn't really thinking about how they were affecting, people that I love. And then, and thankfully given, a second chance or a third chance or a fourth chance or whatever, is turn around and be like, that's not how I want to think no more. That's not what I want to do no more. I want to show more. I want to show more gratefulness. I want to show more appreciative. I want to show more love. Or better yet, what about all the people that really they grew up? They never really. You can ask them till they're blue in the face to show love, and they're gonna give you a love that a love language, but they're not really. They don't know fucking jack shit about how to show
Right.
love.
And that's why they're gonna.
What about all those people? Do they get a chance to educate themselves and say, I do want to love somebody?
There's a lot of people in jail not get out of jail. Do 10 years, 12 years, 8 years.
And change.
They come change. But most of the numbers, they come out in the same street doing the same shit. They have plenty of time to reflect.
All right, so you're going with the
I
numbers.
go with the numbers but everything's could happen.
I know. And
You
you
can
want to know something? It's funny that you brought God up, or we brought God up with it, and we kind of stayed with it because one of the examples of it all happening is like, someone always finds God
Right.
and then comes out. But
Well,
at
you
the-
sit in a room long enough for 20 years, you got to find something.
At the,
Right?
but at the
I mean,
end of
come
the
on.
day, if you found something, whether it be whatever religion or whatever, or just reflection, and to me, I always, and then my wife abuses me about this. I always see the good around
Right,
people.
but you said something
I
also.
always give the
You're like,
benefit of
hold
the
on,
doubt,
but Chris,
like-
you said, I
like
got
maybe
forgiven the
God will
first time,
change their
second
heart.
time, third time, fourth time. What the fuck you need 4 times forgiveness
I don't
for?
give a fuck what they do.
Right? The first time you know what you did, you knew the collateral damage that it caused. So to say like I got I was forgiven second time, third time, fourth time, but you already know what you're doing. You know the
It's
collateral
your
damage that's
MO.
happening.
That's what you do.
That's
To
4
cry at the
times
end
in.
is no good.
Yeah.
That's a good.
At the
you know,
cry at the
someone
end,
does,
4
someone
times
does
in.
whatever their MO is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you are.
Right.
And then you got 10
I
years.
think the
in
MO
jail to
can be
reflect.
changed if
yeah,
you-
I'm
if
gonna
you
sit
really-
there and cry too after 10 years because I want to get out of here. And plus, I see God, I see this like that.
Right.
Maybe someone changes, but you do something
I mean,
so long it's in
again-
your blood. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Again, with the marriage thing, I think it's a little different because same thing about like abusive spouses and stuff like that. Sometimes you're married, you have children and stuff, and some people just don't believe in divorce and they don't want to end
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
And they say, you know what, I'm going to
That's
accept
true.
this person as much of a fucking scumbag
Yeah,
as they are.
that happens a lot.
And I'm just going to be like that. And sometimes the person does change to a certain degree after the third or fourth, and you turn around and you say, you know what, I'm never going to trust this person ever again, or it's just going to be hard to trust me.
Yeah, but I think when they
Or-
change,
or
something
sometimes
happens.
sometimes there's a dynamic change in the relationship that you're never going to get back anyway.
Exactly, no.
You know what I'm trying to say? And regardless of anything,
And God,
but
I'm
you
sorry.
still don't, and again, therapy, and there's people that go to therapy for their whole lives.
There's a
and
million
change.
stories in Necker City, like you say, one person can, 10 not. 10 yes, one person not. You know what I mean? It's a lot. But I go by numbers, man.
Do you see, not similar, but unsimilar, we're talking about being remorse. Do you see this case that's been brought back up because of Netflix where this chick, Mackenzie Shriller or something like that, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She does 100 miles an hour with
Yeah.
her boyfriend and some other kid in the car.
Yeah.
And literally just speeds into a wall. They die.
She don't.
She lives.
Now she's going to jail.
She's in jail.
Yeah.
And like this whole big thing between was she
Like-
trying to
She
kill?
don't feel bad at that. She feel bad she's going to jail.
Yeah, and also she
Well,
said
she
that
must
she
kill
lost
herself, too.
control, but then they found out when they did like the mechanics of
yeah,
it that she
she
kept her
accelerated
foot on
it.
the gas.
But she
Yeah,
was
she's
gonna
a bit
kill- But she was
remorseful.
going to kill herself too.
Yeah,
So.
she
That's
lived
what I'm trying to say. Don't you think she was trying to kill herself?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
you don't go 100 miles an hour.
Into a wall
you-
for a-
you're killing
a
Now,
picnic
yourself.
on
now that
Sunday.
she's alive, she doesn't sound like. Again, I'm going with clips that I'm seeing on
she
social
feels-
media.
she feels
She doesn't
bad.
sound like she. No, she doesn't sound like she's.
No?
I mean, it's going back and forth. There are a couple
Well,
of
she
things
said
that
she
she's
would
saying,
do it purposely.
but she's not doing the remorse that like what we see, like like crying, none of that stuff. She's just talking about it like if it's sensational.
Yeah, you got to shut that down. She should never see the light
Well,
of
if
day.
you're, nutty, if you're nutty enough to go 100 miles an hour and walk,
Right.
because you want to kill somebody, you know you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
And there's other ways to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without-
especially now,
Yeah, without killing yourself too.
Yeah.
So she's a little off the wall.
Yeah. You know,
especially with fentanyl.
when I
You can put
first started-
anything and just drop
that's
that in
true.
a second.
I don't know if that was involved, but
But I'm just saying, if you wanted to out something, I'm
Well,
not saying that I would.
Fucking-
Allegedly,
this is-
She was mad at her boyfriend, talking about being abused. Motherfucker killed the guy. I mean, come on.
it's great. I just want. One time I started dating Chrissy, Frankie's daughter, and we were just going through like dating phase and stuff like that. And we used to go to this one secret spot, hang out, drink, whatever. And then she used to stay over, and I was living on the west side. And I would drive home, and she said to me again, we're laughing. I just want to show you how nuts she is sometimes.
Okay.
We're laughing about something, and it was as stupid as like the sky is blue. It's like, no, the sky is green. And she's like, I swear to God, say that one more time. I'm just gonna grab this wheel and turn the wheel. And I was like, no, you're not, motherfucker. Can I tell you?
she did it.
The first accident I ever got into in my entire life. I went like whatever, how many years, not an accident. Boom. I hit car. I just
Frankie's
was like
daughter.
this.
I want you not to do it.
I drove 2 blocks
Told you
over.
not to do it.
I pulled over and she said, I told you not to say it. And I still married her.
Yeah.
And I still fucking married. And we talk about that
That
all
probably
the time.
just turned
Yeah.
you on. You're like, what a fucking crazy bitch, right? She's gonna take that car and crazy. You guys are like, oh, that crazy. But you like men that like,
She's
like
straight-
girls with
she-
balls.
Yeah, they're straight shooter.
See, me,
I love-
me,
I
when I
love-
was different.
I
I,
love
had
my
many
wife.
to choose from. I chose Emily, but it was many to choose from.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I broke a lot of women's home.
Oh,
hearts.
you know what? I knew it.
I did.
I knew it.
I,
Because
in
you know
fact, I
what?
still got a list home with the names. I save it.
Because you know what your downfall was?
What's that?
You're tall.
Yeah.
You had a nice figure, like you know what I mean, like, and you were good looking.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine this has been throwing themselves
Well,
at you.
throwing them,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
There must have been
Yeah.
some heyday, Frankie.
A couple of drinks here. A couple
Yeah.
Of here.
There's pictures of you in your
Oh
heyday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen him.
Yeah, I could have my own like
Harem.
harem of women. Yes.
I wasn't that lucky.
Yeah. No, I was lucky.
Oh.
Yes.
I remember the first time I met Frankie was at some cafe, the Hideaway, I think it was, and I'm walking in, and there's like a little window, and I see a cigar sticking out, right, and just like a big plume, and I walk in there, and he's in the corner. He has like a fur. Like there's like fur. He has all this gold on. He's smoking a cigar, and I froze. I just like was staring at it, and he went, "Sit down," and like my legs went from under me. Like I didn't sit like a normal person. Like I flopped down. And he goes, and then he's talking, and everyone's talking, and he's smoking a cigar, and he went, "And who are you?"
Oh, I fucking love it.
The sweat. I was like, "Oh, my name is Liza Glasso. I'm really in sales, but I really live in Florida." I really live in Florida, but now I'm do production. I didn't know what to do.
You know, I'm not a man of many words. You know that.
No.
What do you want?
Yeah, and he went.
What are you here for?
Well, I remember when I had the game, and I basically had, and you had the magazine. You know, you did your
Yeah.
first issue, and I was just like, "Oh, this game would be great. Promoted in the magazine."
Yeah, we had it in the magazine.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna make a couple because I had the ability to change the items in the game.
Right.
I think I'll make a couple. I make the guys collect Mob Candy magazines, and when they do, they'll get a special power or something
right.
stupid. And I was like, oh, integration. He's like, and Tyrone, this one guy that he used to work with, was just like, yeah, you're not gonna have a meeting with Frank. You can have a meeting with me. And I was just like, oh Jesus. And
Yeah.
then the first time I met him, I was just like,
Yeah, I was
had
panicked.
I had that same feeling.
Yeah, and then when we were talking, I knew he wanted me to answer the question by his lips.
Yeah.
So he would go like this. He goes, and that means I could talk.
Yeah.
So
It's
and
crazy.
and that's how
And this is how I knew that we would be great for a reality show.
right.
Because everybody in his family is, in that sense, entertaining as fuck.
Yes.
You put a mic on Nana D.
Oh
Grandma,
my God.
You put a mic on Emily, Chrissy, Daddy,
Yeah.
the
funny.
two sons, Frankie, Maddie. I'm talking about anybody.
Yeah.
And you just walk around while we're making the
I
magazine.
know. When I went to your
The
house,
shit that goes on,
The
the
shit that comes
conversations
out,
yeah, it's
that go down,
funny.
the dinners,
Yeah.
and then what? Listen,
There'd be a lot of
Bleep.
bleep going on.
Listen,
man.
That's what we
Oh.
said. We should bring your mother and just bleep her out.
That's it. Sit there.
a magazine, a reality show about how we put together Mob Candy magazine would be so entertaining.
Oh yeah, the
If-
scissor reel
if-
you guys
if the
made was
people-
good.
Her friend, when she went to meet her last week, she blew it.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, right? But at the she liked it, right? She
No,
said it was
no.
beautiful.
Her friend Whoopi, she went to see last week.
Oh,
yeah.
You went to go see Whoopi?
Yeah.
You see
Well,
the
she's
picture?
the one she's the reason why we don't have the
Yeah.
reality
Yeah.
show. Well, we would have been on the E Network.
Yeah, you would have been on E Network.
Because they signed a letter of intent.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that if anybody
Thanks, Whoopi.
If anybody jumped on board, and again, you could call this a sales pitch, I'm just telling a story. If anybody jumped on board that does production, reality shows, or anything, and they put a microphone on all of us while we put together the show, is every aspect of putting together this magazine is entertaining.
Yeah,
It's
true.
it's the meetings, it's the dinners, it's the family stuff, okay? And then it's the celebrity
of it.
interviews, the articles, the writers,
the
and
models.
then at the end of every episode could be the launch party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole season could
Yeah.
lead up to the launch
launch
party,
party of the magazine.
and the launch party would be with the whole thing.
True,
And
true.
then every season is a new magazine.
Yeah.
True. That's
And a
why
new,
you gotta
yeah,
get somebody that-
and a new diamond doll and a new capo.
Because
We're only giving
now,
a year
now when you're
contract.
now when you're telling somebody, hey, you want to be in the magazine, you're also saying, do you
wanna-
want to be on a TV show?
Yeah.
I think Listen, those two companies, we signed the deal with one, then Joe Dinky had it that close.
Oh, we were so close. The only reason why we didn't get one is because of the know-how.
That's right.
And the connections.
But we
So
had a signed
trust me
contract.
when I tell you, Cherry Point Productions will be making a hardcore run attempt
right.
at doing this reality show.
Listen to
Someone
me.
wants to jump in and feels like they have the connection and wants to do it.
I'm going to tell you
that's
this.
great.
The day that I went, it was on my birthday. I went to your house and we sat there. I removed myself from the conversation. Like I was watching from the outside in. And I was like, holy mackerel. Does anybody see what I'm seeing here?
Only us. I
And
felt.
I was like,
Until
wow.
you said it.
Yeah, I
When you
said,
told me that, I was like, wow,
holy,
someone
I
else
said,
sees it.
there is gold here. Matt, and I got to meet Maddie, and Maddie just gives me one-liners. He's like, yeah, that ain't happening. He's hysterical.
Oh, my
Maddie's hysterical.
I know.
He's quiet, but when he talks, and I was like, Maddie, you're killing me, because he was just talking in my ear, and we're cracking
one-liners,
up.
man.
One line, he's really good at that.
And I would beg Frankie Boy to be on it, but he would never.
I'm telling you.
He's not putting his face on TV. No.
But I knew when I sat
He
there.
still has friends.
Yeah.
In the life.
I knew there was gold here. That's why I fought so hard. Because I knew it.
Yeah. Listen, we'll all go on Ozempic. We'll all get skinny for TV.
And get a GoFundMe going.
And we'll get a.
We're going to go fund me.
GoFundMe.
Do that.
Fuck me.
GoFundMe. We can fund the game, and we can fund the shooting the making of the magazine.
Yeah.
There's people out there with money. They throw away on bullshit. Let them
course.
Yeah.
put it on something good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I
'cause-
guarantee it gets sold to a network.
Oh yeah.
All day
Guaranteed.
long.
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah. You know. Do you, Liza? And the reason why I say to you is because
Oh, boy.
for some reason I feel like it's the world that you live in. Like no, Liza would be good for like I see her like
Uh-oh.
Hollywoodish type people,
Yes.
comedian, like I'm trying to say celebrity.
Mingle nicely
Yeah,
with
she
them,
mingles really
speak.
good. So I think
Yeah.
to myself that a lot of people in that world they do stuff like yoga,
Yeah.
and it's this whole concept behind manifestation.
Yeah.
And a positive mind leading to.
I do.
Do you subscribe to that type of stuff? Do you
I
think a
I
positive mind?
tell Frankie all the time. I feel like in Gladiator when he can touch it and he says Rome. That's how I feel about mob candy. I could touch it. I know it's there. The train can zigzag all it wants, but I know. I know it, and that's the reason I put my heart into mob candy from day one.
So, but I also and I
And I
tell-
do manifest, yes.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because it comes into play other times. Like my son, I could just bring it into basic sports. My sons are all-stars baseball players. And I tell my one son is in a slump. The other son can't miss a baseball. You see, Luciano does
Yeah.
not miss his, know, and he's killing it.
Yeah.
Raking like crazy. And I didn't ask them, but I already know the answer. One comes up like, oh, God, I hope I hit this ball. These guys, they might be pitching too fast. These guys pitch faster than I usually, And you're there. That's your approach?
Yes.
You're going to strike out.
Okay, don't work.
Yeah.
Don't work.
The other one walks in like, I can't wait to smash this ball over the head, over the fence.
Right. You gotta be
and is
aggressive.
killing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Gotta be aggressive.
So, I mean, I'm curious. Like, how about growing up? Did you ever think about like I got to stay positive because positive energy creates positive thinking? And I say that I know it's funny. I say that because you are more someone who lives like just in the very moment.
Yeah.
Yes. I woke up. What are we gonna wear? Where
Why are
we
you
gonna go?
faulting me? I'm trying to get into his head. I cannot fathom how a guy like Frankie DiMatteo thinks.
Get up.
I can.
Where we going? What we're gonna wear? What jewelry put on? How much cash we got? Are we gonna go make money? Who's driving? Are we gonna get hurt tonight? Are we gonna somebody gonna get hurt tonight?
Wow.
That was it.
Yeah,
Every
I know.
day, 7 days a week. Same shit.
That's why they say, like
But
me.
that's
like,
what. But you have to have that mindset. If you worry about getting in trouble, if you're worried about this, you're worried about going to jail, you're worried about your wife.
But you have to
You're
have that
done.
mindset
Yeah.
for
How many
that
girls out tonight? Well, man, shh, they're gonna find out. Shut up. Let's go.
for that lifestyle.
Yeah, because that's that lifestyle.
But then there are so many people in the world, and I'm included in myself, that are like more like empaths, like obsessive thinkers. They're very like artistically inclined in terms of like they see the visual and they're thinking about it too long. Overthinkers, you know, like you understand what I'm trying to say? Like there are people that are like, and I'm trying to figure out.
Well, that's why there's
Is
good
that
people,
DNA
and then
related?
there's
Like, you know what I'm trying to
hooligans.
say? Is that like some
That's why
people?
there's gangsters and hooligans and regular
I was
people.
about to say, that's
It's
why
a
they have
completely
t-
different world.
that's why you
The
have two different
mindset,
lives.
You know, a regular guy, if somebody yells at his wife, ain't gonna come back and shoot you in the head.
No, but you think someone who
you get a
doesn't have that
gangster,
mindset ends up getting himself killed? So in other words, if somebody who's an obsessive thinker or overthinker or stuff like that ends up making his way into the gangster world, do you think they end up being like not good at it?
No, I think it'd be very good. But what? Taking numbers, being a good bookmaker, being a good Boilermaker rooms.
I see what you're saying.
It's
There's a spot for you.
It's business-wise to be, businesses that unique good thinkers and sky guys with money
Right.
and guys like that.
And do you think someone in like Frankie's world, in terms of like more Frankie's head, which is like think about right now, someone who is not thinking about the past or the future?
Frankie reminds me a lot of
do you
my
think
father.
They could be good
My
comedians?
father thought 10 hours ahead.
Do you think they could be good comedians?
They're the best.
That's right. What I tell you the other day, I used to kill them with a gun. Now I'm going to kill them with a joke.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
I
How come,
think.
though? Because
I don't know, because they're quick
They're not letting
thinkers.
their inner like.
A lot of wise guys are really funny. I mean, they're just funny
Yeah, all those
people.
guys are funny, man. Let me
Do
tell
you know they like one-liners? They're quick. They can read a room. What about this one, that peg leg? And they
Yeah,
make
tell
fun
you.
of people. You know, they can
Make jokes,
about
about everything, man.
about everything.
Everything. Girls,
They could read a room in a
where
second.
You look, things. They make jokes about everything. You don't see that because it's not privy to movies or newspapers. But sitting around every day, they're
hysterical.
Funny, man. There's a lot of funny shit.
You know what
They're not killing everybody every 20 seconds or robbing everybody. So there's a lot of time, downtime, playing cards, making jokes, talking about the family. What are we gonna do? Anybody come to you? What the fuck?
And that's why the movies are so entertaining too.
Because they're funny.
They
They're
kind of
the-
have all aspects of
Yeah.
the personality of the wise guy. And again, I hate to bring it back, but Mob Candy magazine, the original reason
we put
behind
that
it
all
is
in-
about the style.
Right.
The candy isn't just hot chicks.
No,
the
jewelry,
candy is
the places, the restaurants. It was always in there like that. The food,
yeah.
But
The clothing,
it's
Yeah.
still in there.
cars.
Cars.
There's so much like and even like guns and ammo. Like,
Right.
I mean, right nowadays with hunting, everyone's like, the guys at work, they're just like, oh, I just picked myself up this. I just picked
Right.
a different gun or something like that. And then that goes into, Mob Candy too.
Sure.
Like there's so many angles Mob Candy can go.
Yeah.
We could do
That's why we can have so many guests on this show.
Sure.
And it be topical.
We could run, our stories on handguns and this. And we could do a lot of stuff. We
All
opened
of those
everything.
companies can benefit from.
In fact, last night I was up for
pages.
3 hours. I was trying to find a 226, and it's a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find how much they go for, like that. So.
All right,
But,
so
but it goes to show you, it's just something.
Yeah.
It's just the way I sit and think about find a new handgun.
I love it.
That's what I was sitting on it.
He's manifesting. He's looking for
I'm
handguns.
He's looking for Christ. I'm looking at the 226. If somebody grabbed me, he goes, I just bought a 226. I don't know what the fuck a 226 was. And I got home. It's like a maniac. What's it, how big is it? How much does it cost? Where can I get it?
We
But
could do a whole show.
But I wait to get to Florida,
Yeah.
of course,
We
I'm
could
licensed
do a whole
in Florida.
show
Yeah,
about
yeah.
guns and
Florida.
ammo.
Allegedly looking for
Yes.
handguns.
Yes.
Allegedly.
But we ran out of time.
Okay.
Of course. So we're gonna end the show, and again, we'll come back with more. We got a lot of shows for season 2.
We got a lot of stuff
Yeah,
happening.
we got a lot of guys, people lined up to do, but we figured there's 2 shows, 3 shows, we can, us bullshit for a little while.
Yeah.
Just to get to know us who we are, laugh and joke.
Yeah.
And then we can always bring, everybody else on.
Even if we kind of like get a couple ahead of ourselves, and then we do a guest, we can slip in the guest in
Yeah.
between each
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
this
tell them to
is a-
send us stuff to talk about.
Yeah, sure.
People can email us if certain things.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
find
what
it,
do
you
you-
can
what
find
do
us
you
on
wanna know?
Facebook. First of all, you can find us, as the backdrop says, on mobcandymagazine.com.
Yeah, but our asses are covering the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's all right. And the Facebook, if you go to Facebook and or TikTok or
Any
Instagram,
social media, we're
all
there.
of the socials, Mob Candy Magazine.
Do you want us to try your restaurant? And I'm picky. So we might not put it on there if I don't like it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Right?
definitely be doing
yeah,
reviews.
we're going to do reviews. You want us to
100%.
come,
You
we'll
got
come down.
suggestions of topics. We're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a big thank to
Or
our
collab.
sponsors. Big thank you to our sponsors.
Yes. Hold on, I keep saying this wrong.
Go ahead.
It's Aldo's Coffee Company
Yes.
in Greenpoint, North Fork, Long Island. I hope I didn't mess it up. But listen, it's aldocoffee.com.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
And Twisted Cow, East Northport, New York. He has his own distillery.
Yep.
He makes his own vodka. I was really happy that they tasted it. Like, I didn't give them before.
No.
They tasted it alive. You saw their face. They're like, what
Yeah.
the hell is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
It's delicious.
We'll show them the clip. The clip is on social media,
Yeah.
so you can see it. And I'm going to put it on the website. You can see the raw taste
And
test.
then we should have some pictures taken when we go there, right? We're
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna do
gonna
pic-
go to
we're
all
gonna-
these places live. We're gonna do live shows.
Yeah.
It's gonna be season 2 is gonna be
rocking.
much better than
Yeah.
season 1. I
Yes.
can tell you that.
Yeah.
Every season gets better with Mob Candy Magazine. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.